Hey y'all, I'm James Detta, just call me Jamie. Welcome back to another video. Happy Thursday. Today is May the 8th. It's about 1:33 p.m. And look y'all, it is hot and sunny outside. Your girl is currently about to run to Chipotle because I'm hungry. Didn't have anything to eat yet. Well, all I had this morning was Krispy Kreme donuts because I woke up this morning. Well, look, I woke up around 2:15 this morning because I had to get ready to do a Amazon Flex block at 3:30 this morning. So my shift started at 3:30, and you got 15 minutes. You can check in 15 minutes prior to your shift, and then you got that extra 5-minute leeway till after your shift. So you got till 3:35. So had a shift this morning from 3:30 to 8 o'clock. Y'all, look, your girl was pushing it. When I say I was pushing it, I was pushing it. This morning, my first block, it had 3 packages, right? But I want to say, no, my first block had 2 packages, and the first block had me running around in circles. Address was wrong on the package. It was taking me to a hotel. I at least drove to that Hampton hotel at least twice, and the guy was like, no, this is the wrong address. But it was pinned wrong on the map. Come to find out, the customer was like, I was trying to call Amazon to tell me that was the wrong address because I called driver support, and driver support was like, well, it was too early for them to call the customer. But I was like, no, because when I say it took me at least 20 minutes to try to get to this customer, because they want you to take the packages to the leasing office, right? But come to find out, I couldn't get in the leasing office. The leasing office was closed, but it was a car parked outside. But the leasing office was closed, right? No digit, nothing. You couldn't access inside of the gate because of the simple fact that the apartments didn't give you no access. They said deliver the packages to the mailroom. Look, when I called driver support, it's like, well, we couldn't call a customer because it's too early for us. No, not me. I text that customer in that app. I called they behind until they answered that phone. I called them twice. The second time they answered the phone, I was letting the customer know, is this your address? And it was like, no, that's not my address. I was trying to call them to change it. And I told them, when I looked in the app, the 3rd address was supposed to be at the correct address, the apartments that I was at. So I was telling the customer, I got like 3 packages. You got 2 of them, and 1 person got another one. So the customer came and helped me, y'all. This is at 4 something in the morning, because mind you, they had me drive 50 minutes away in order to get to the first drop off. They had me in Ackworth. So I was 50 minutes away. That customer came and helped me. The customer was trying to get in the leasing office, couldn't get in. We even walked around the behind the building. When I say that customer was a good customer and that customer helped me to the fullest, the customer was even willing to try to, because I couldn't get the package to the customer after him because the leasing office was closed where you had to take the packages in the package room. So I had to leave it in the mail area. That customer was willing even to take the package to that customer's apartment. I was like, well, no, I can't do that. By law, you can't do that. I can't give you somebody else mail. So I was behind. I delivered, when I say I was behind, I was at least 30 minutes to an hour behind, because I usually try to finish my shifts way ahead of time, at least 30 minutes to an hour before. Y'all, when I say I delivered my last package at exactly 8 o'clock is when I delivered my last package. You hear me? So as I'm clicking, it's telling me the package is late. Call a cut. No, we ain't doing all that. Because when I say I was booking it and moving, because this morning had me behind, your girl was booking it and moving it. Y'all gonna get this package. I ain't kidnapping no late. You gonna still get this package, because I ain't calling nobody to find out if they still want no package. You're going to get this package. But y'all, enough about that crazy morning. Like I said, your girl is about to run to Chipotle so I can give me something to eat. But before I run to Chipotle, I need to run by the bank to get something for my mom real fast. And then I'll run to Chipotle, because Chipotle is right next to the bank. And then, y'all, I say, let me take y'all along with me, because I want to chat about a few things. Y'all, we just gonna chat about a few things today. Now, mind you, this might be the majority of a chit chat, but these things that I want to chat about is important, and I want to know how y'all feel about that. But other than that, let's go ahead and so we can get something to eat. Hey y'all, your girl is back. So I wanted to talk about this YouTuber I came across this morning, and the name of the channel is called AB Academy. This channel currently has 57,000 subscribers. Matter of fact, the guy who's over this channel, he has 2 other channels. Each one of those channels, he's gotten a lot of subscribers. Like the first channel, he's gotten over 100K subscribers. The second channel, he got it to over 200,000 subscribers. And the channel that I'm going to talk to you guys about is the one that he got to 57,000 subscribers. And the title of the video is titled My Exact Strategy to Blow Up My YouTube Channel. So mind you, I came across the channel, I watched the video, and I watched the video all the way through. So I was listening to some key points that he was putting out there. He knows what he's talking about, I can't tell you that, number one. Number 2, he's been on YouTube for over 8 years, so he knows what he's talking about, being that he has 3 channels, and he got a lot of subscribers on those channels and dropping gems. So he came across this strategy. He calls it the spaghetti strategy. And the spaghetti strategy is, he was telling the people, get a piece of paper, right? Well, first you need to find your niche, what your niche is, right? Number 2, you need to get a piece of paper, write down at least 10 things you like to do, right? Next thing from that, you're going to, those 10 things, you can have a bunch of content ideas, come up with a bunch of content ideas from those 10 things, right? So, number 4 will be the spaghetti strategy, which that being said that you just gonna be throwing spaghetti at the wall. So you just gonna be throwing everything from those things that you like, those 10 things that you like, you're gonna be throwing it at the wall until you find something that sticks, right? So, mind you, lately, I've been getting a little discouraged. I ain't gonna lie. I've been getting a little discouraged from YouTube, right? Because I tell y'all, YouTube is a slow grind, right? And you have to constantly post. And that's another thing. He was like, you have to post every single day. Now, you might have those people that they didn't do that or they don't do that. But you have to post every single day when it comes to YouTube until you find that what works for your audience. And he did talk about that. So like I said, I'm getting a little discouraged. I'm posting every day. I'm not getting the results I want. But then I had to take a step back and think, hold up now. Because after I watched this video, it's like I got that motivation back. Because I'm like, hold up now. Where is the Jamie that don't care about the views? We just posting to get it out there to help somebody. So after he talked about what he talked about and giving the pointers about the spaghetti strategy, the girl got all motivated. I got totally motivated, and I was like, you know what? YouTube about to not make me crash out. I'm not about to crash out because of something simple. I'm gonna keep on posting until something works, and then once you find something that sticks, you go from there. You make videos from there, because obviously your audience likes those type of videos, right? So that's why I said I be throwing out gig work videos, I throw out vlogs, I throw out motivation, I just throw out what I like. I like the vlog, I like doing travel vlogs. I feel like gig work probably ain't gonna go nowhere. Even when I start doing real estate, I just feel like that really ain't gonna go nowhere, because I'll be doing gig work here and there. But like I say, y'all know I said I got to evolve eventually from that. But when he was talking about that strategy, look, I say I was locked in. When I say I was locked in, your girl was locked in. And I took it all in. I took it all in, thought about it, got motivated all over again, and had to think about why I'm doing this. Why are you doing this? What value do you offer? What are you trying to do? So that was motivated. I'm going to link his channel in the description box. So so y'all can see, for the small creators like me who's trying to grow or trying to get monetized. I say YouTube is a slow grind. You got to grind it out till you find what works for you. And that's, like I said, just got to stay motivated, posting consistently. That will work. So I want to just bring that on this platform for y'all. I'm about to run to the bank, and then we're going to go to Chipotle, and I'll pick you guys back up. Hey, can I get a bowl? Brown rice, black beans, no meat, just veggies. No, just extra veggies. So, yes. So as well. You fine. That green sauce right there, and lettuce and cheese, and that's it. Alright, y'all. So, your girl just leaving out Chipotle. Got my Chipotle bowl. Y'all see how they stuffed up your girl bowl? Look. I like a Chipotle that's not stingy with rice and stuff. Like, just not stingy with the stuff. Because I don't get no meat on my bowl. Because y'all know I don't eat meat. I just get black beans. Like I said, the black beans, brown rice, veggies, a lot of veggies, queso, it's a pico de mayo, that green sauce, lettuce, and cheese. That's all I get. And I can't remember, did I say queso? I don't even get the sofritas no more, the plant-based, you know, meat. I don't get that no more. I don't like that vinegar. I tried that vinegar that people usually get to put on their Chipotle bowl, and I don't like that. I don't. To me, it got like funny taste. So I just got that bowl, and I got some chips and a drink, and I'm gonna eat that when I get back to the house. But I need to run by the grocery store and probably get like these some muffins or something like that. Just something, some little muffins or something, and then we gonna call it a day. I'm trying to see if I want to run by a Dollar Tree though, but probably not, because it's hot as heck out here. So I'll pick you guys back up. All right, y'all, so I finally made it back home. Sorry if you hear the air condition going in the background, but I wanted to come to y'all with this story that's in the news right now. And it's about this father who unalived a police officer for unaliving his son. And I want to give my opinion on that. Not that my opinion matters, but I want to give my opinion on that, because when it comes to situations like that, or it comes to kids and stuff like that, when you have children, see, you already know what type of children you have. It can be like, oh, I got 4 children. I might be like, oh, this one here, they ain't to play with. Or this one here, all they do is laugh. Or this one here, oh, they got like a little temper problem, need to work on that. So you already know what type of children you have. But for that father to crash out like that because he saw on the body cam that his son was unalive, and the body cam wasn't showing that his son pointed a pew or nothing like that, I want to say, you as a parent don't know what you will do when it comes to situations with your children. That man, he crashed out because he saw the cop unalive his son. And we could play devil's advocate here and say, hey, an eye for an eye. It is what it is. But in the end, because they are going to try to fry him. I ain't going to even lie. They're going to try to fry him. But I just want this to be known. When you have children, you don't know what you will do when it comes to your children. You don't know which one, especially if your child didn't do anything wrong. And I'm going to tell you, when it comes to mine, somebody do something to mine, and mine ain't nothing wrong, and something was like that was to happen to mine, me and you, we going to the gates of hell. I'm gonna be honest, we going to the gates of hell when it comes to mine. I don't know if you ever see this movie that's on Netflix right now. It's called Havoc. And the Asian lady, her son was murdered. That lady stopped at nothing to find out who murdered or unalived her son. I'll be like that. Because You just never know. And the whole situation is very unfortunate because basically the father just ran over a random cop, which that's very unfortunate. And some people can say, hey, an eye for an eye, but it's like you can play devil's advocate with it because you could be like, well, an innocent person is not here. You don't even know what's going on. Don't have nothing to do with that situation. And then you got the people that's just like, hey, it is what it is. It's an eye for an eye. You come for mine, I'ma come for yours. So I'm just like, the whole situation is crazy. And I just saw that people were raising a GoFundMe to help the guy with his attorney's fees that is necessary to represent him when he goes to court. But GoFundMe just took that down because police officers, over 20,000 people, I guess, was complaining, or cops was complaining about the situation. So I'm about to tell y'all, it's going to get nasty. That whole situation is about to get real nasty. But I will leave you with this. Yes, this whole situation is bad, but when you start having children and you got children in the situation, now it becomes something else. And I feel for that father that crashed out because of his son. He saw his son get unalive or whatever happened to his son, but you just never know. That's why I tell my son all the time, my son is 17. When you start getting out there, make sure you abide by the laws of driving, follow directions. If you get pulled over, make sure you have all of your paperwork, your license, whatever. Don't do nothing that's going to get you in trouble. Don't do nothing that's just going to get you pulled over. So, but I just wanted to come on here and talk about that a little bit. And your girl is back at the house. Your girl about to go in here and eat. And if you enjoyed this video, because I enjoy taking y'all along with me, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.